Hey, what is up, guys? I hope you're having a happy Halloween. Since it's Halloween, you're probably not going to go to sleep anytime early tonight, so I figured I might as well scare you with a few Pokedex entries that are in an article by Screenrant, and of course I will leave the article in the description below, but let's get into it. The title of the article is Pokemon, 20 Pokedex entries that will terrify children, and if I knew this list as well as I think I do, I'm probably going to not terrify just children, but also terrify myself a little bit. It's a little bit of an older article, but it still checks out. So, we don't really need to go into all this. We're just going to look at the Pokedex entries and go from there. So number 20 is Xatu. It says, Xatu stands rooted and still in one spot all day long. People believe that this Pokemon does so out of fear of terrible things as foreseen in the future. Yeah, that is a pretty abysmal outlook on the future, obviously, and also the more you think about this, the worse it gets too, but not so bad. I didn't realize that it had eyes right there. Interesting. So, the next one is Yveltal. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs life energy of every living thing and turns into a cocoon once more. I think I saw a meme of Yveltal earlier, but it was basically like, if I die, we all die. And that's pretty much how Yveltal is. The article summarizes it pretty well. It says, Yveltal is quite simply a serial killer. And we're just going to leave it at that. You can fill in the blanks from there. Frostlass. I don't know what Frostlass's Pokedex entry is. It says, the soul of a woman lost in a snowy mountain possessed an icicle, becoming this Pokemon. The food it most relishes is the souls of men. Oh my gosh. But why men? That's so mean. That's so discriminatory. Anyway, believe it or not, they get worse than Frostlass. Frostlass's vengeful man-eater is the stuff of nightmares. So number 17 is Sliggoo. It has trouble drawing a line between its friends and food. It will calmly try to melt and eat even those it gets along well with. Number 16 is Mimikyu. Its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who saw it was under its rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from the shock. So, Mimikyu freaking killed somebody. That's interesting. I didn't remember that it said that it killed somebody just by the look of it, but it's not necessarily scary, it's just creepy. No surprises that it's on this list. It isn't ugly, it's extraordinarily, tremendously ugly. It can cause screaming and instantaneous death. No wonder it tries to be Pikachu. Yeah, I feel kind of sad for it, but Mimikyu still killed somebody. Dusclops. Dusclops' body is completely hollow. There is nothing at all inside. It is said that its body is like a black hole. This Pokemon will absorb anything into his body, but nothing will ever come back out. Honestly, I think this one kind of grabs at straws. It's saying that it's a little bit more complex in its terror. Dusclops taps into the idea of the void, of perfect nothingness, malicious killer, blah blah blah. It's a little bit scary, but yeah, it's a black hole. Number 14, Gourgeist. I actually snuck a peek at this one because I was like, why is Gourgeist on this list? It looks not terrifying whatsoever. But it says, although Gourgeist is the very picture of elegance and beauty while swimming, it is also cruel. When it spots its prey, this Pokemon inserts its thin mouth into the prey's body and drains the prey of its body fluids. So basically, its nose is a straw. It just sticks a straw into its prey and sucks out all the sweet life juice. Yeah, that's pretty gross. That's pretty gross, and yeah, what is its prey? I really hope that its prey is not humans, because that would kind of ruin a beach trip, to be honest. It's scary in the fact that, like, if you're being attacked by it, then that'd be pretty freaking scary, but other than that, that's more gross than anything. Number 13, Cacturne. If a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of night, Cacturne will follow in a ragtag group. The Pokemon are biding their time, waiting for the traveler to tire and become incapable of moving. Oh my god. That's pretty friggin' dark. I mean, it is a dark type, so I kind of expect that, but it's still... I know that early man used to do this to Buffalo and stuff because we're not that great at, running things down in a timely manner, but we can run forever. So basically we just would chase animals until they get tired and they just break down and die. Number 12, Litwick. While shining a light and pretending to be a guide, it leeches off the life force of anyone who follows it. Leeches off the life force? Does that mean it kills you or takes off like a year or two of your life? That's pretty and it pretends to be a guide. That didn't register until now. Oh, what a jerk. And he's so cute. You wouldn't expect that thing to freaking leech your life. Haha. I don't think it can learn leech life. That is pretty intense right there. Number 11 is Yamask. I knew that this was going to be on the list. I've seen its Pokedex entry, but let's get a little bit of a refresher. Each of them carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. Sometimes they look at it and cry. Yeah, I was going to actually use a Yamask in the thumbnail, but all the creepy pictures of Yamask were like way too intense for me to put in, so you're welcome for not using that as my thumbnail, but it was a thought, because this one is freaking awful. The worst thing is that it remembers being a human and it just looks at its face longingly. It's pretty sad. It's more sad and creepy than terrifying, but it checks out. Number 10, Gourgeist. I don't know if this... I don't know if I know this one. So, it enwraps its prey in its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. That is 100% terrifying. And the fact that it's it's the embodiment of Halloween, pretty much. So, it's got to be creepy and scary and all that, but the fact that it sings is absolutely horrifying. While it kills you, it just sings while it slowly murders you. Scary. Anyway, number 9, Parasect. This one is more just creepy than anything. I know it off the top of my head, but it says the bug host is drained of energy by the mushrooms on its back. They appear to do all the thinking. So, yeah, that mushroom controls everything. He don't have legs, so he controls the crab thing. But yeah, so that's pretty much a zombie. Yeah, that's what it says right here. Mushroom is zombie king, zombie brain. I don't know. But yeah, so that sucks. What happens if you get rid of the mushroom? Maybe it would die. Anyway, Beware. This one I kind of know because I'm playing Sun and Moon, or I'm playing Ultra Moon at the moment, so I am a little familiar with it. It says, this Pokemon has the habit of hugging its companions. Many trainers have left this world after their spines were squashed by its hug. Yeah, I knew that it broke spines, and that's why in the anime, Ash and Jesse and Meowth are always running away from that Beware, because that thing can kill you if it hugs you too hard. And it sucks because it loves you. It's a lovable doofus, but it doesn't know its own strength, so it kills you. That's unintentional death, but it's manslaughter. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Gengar, the Pokemon I actually ended up putting in my thumbnail because I could find some less than horrifying pictures. It says, it apparently wishes for a traveling companion. It says, it apparently wishes for a traveling companion. Since it was once human itself, it tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans. That's so sad. That's sad and terrible. It wants a companion because it's bored. It's bored being a ghost, and then it just tries to kill people so that hopefully the spirit of the person will be their friend. So that's, and it used to be a human too. What is up with all these Pokemon being humans beforehand, like in their life? Maybe all Pokemon are humans. Maybe all Pokemon used to be humans. Interesting. So number 6 is Kadabra. The theory exists that this Pokemon was a young boy. See, that's what I just said. All Pokemon are humans, confirmed. This Pokemon was a young boy who couldn't control psychic powers and ended up transformed into this Pokemon. So what does the article say? It says uncontrollable psychic. Yeah, it doesn't say anything important. But yeah, that's really sad. All of these creepy ones are all Pokemon that used to be humans, and then they remember being humans. 5, Drowsy. Of course, Drowsy has to be on this list. He is the one that deceived the Merrill brothers, I think is what they're called, in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. He was the one, like, it was all a trick. I deceived you. So, obviously, he's got to be on this horrible Pokemon list. So, it says, if your nose becomes itchy while you're sleeping, it's a sure sign that one of these Pokemon is standing above your pillow, trying to eat your dream through your nostrils. It's also something that anyone can really relate to, because, you know, you wake up in the middle of the night, you know, you scratch your nose, or you're falling asleep and your nose gets itchy and you itch your nose. So every time that happens, apparently it's Drowsy trying to eat your dream. There's worse things, I guess, than eating your dreams, but it's still creepy. Like, how the heck did you get in my house? Number 4 is Phantump. According to old tales, these Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died while lost in the forest. All Pokemon are humans, confirmed. That is pretty sad, though, because they all, you can tell, they're just little kids. They're so small and innocent looking. It's awful that they got lost in the woods and they just died. So anyway, nowadays all kids have cell phones, so maybe the Phantump population will dwindle, hopefully. But yeah, in the past, I guess that was an issue. Number 3 is Belleant. I know this one because I think it was brought up in one of my live streams, and so a doll that became a Pokemon over its grudge from being junked. It seeks the child that disowned it. So this one, it holds a grudge against the kid that disowned or lost or whatever their doll. It becomes sentient and hunts you down to the ends of the earth. And it doesn't say what it's going to do when it finds that child, but I think it's terrifying nonetheless. Maybe it just wants to be loved again. Or maybe it wants to murder you. It could be either or. Number 2, Palossand. I don't think I know this entry, which is weird because I have a Palossand in my Ultra Sun game. Buried beneath the castle are masses of dried up bones from those whose vitality it has drained. Oh my god. That is absolutely... It deserves to be number 2. So, it just, if something gets too close, it sucks away it drains your life and kills you, and then sweeps up your corpse, and I guess bones are all that are left after a little while. So, and it's a sandcastle. That's probably, it's a bunch of kids, because because kids love sandcastles. So that's awful. That makes me sad. Number 1 is Drifloon, another child killer. Oh my god. Okay. Stories go that it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. Oh, I love that though. I've read this Pokédex entry before, but I forgot that last part. It dislikes heavy children. So if you're a kid that's, you know, a little on the heavier side, then you'll probably be okay, because Drifloon isn't that big. It can't carry you away and kill you. So Drifloon has a strict no fatties policy. Okay, so there's nothing scarier in Pokemon than a lazy murderer. I love that. I hope that these Pokedex entries spooked you at least a little bit. Hopefully some of these Pokedex entries will enter your mind as you're trying to go to bed. You'll be like, you know, Palo Sand killing a bunch of people and having their bones underneath its sand is pretty dark. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Halloween. And probably no live stream tonight because I will be going off to a Halloween party for a little bit. So, but I should be able to live stream Friday night. No guarantee, but I'll schedule it ahead of time. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream.